Hey folks, it's Frithgar here. How you doing? We were going to go off and start hunting out the jungle. We're going to do that very soon, and because that is sort of the next step of our whole journey that we need to take. We do need to find some jungle. I don't know where, I don't know what jungle, so we're really not really sure what we need to do for this. And so we thought we'd sort of go around and maybe ask some villagers, certainly up north. They seem quite helpful up there. But then I had a look out at the iron farm, and the actual iron blocks that were dropping, which were coming off of that, the iron ingots, they backed up so far. They're backed right up inside the machine. So I've chucked down a temporary chest there just to put a few extras in. But it kind of indicated that we need to get to work on our storage room. So we've been down here and we've started work on a storage room here. That's going to have to, well, we'll fill that back in a minute. And here is the storage room. We've been using night vision potions. We haven't actually put any light down here, which we really should do, otherwise we're going to have something nasty spawning in there. We're going to dig out the rest of this, and I decided this time we'd use smooth sandstone for the walls. So Sen is going to carry on digging out the floors, and we're going to go down several more blocks. And while she's doing that, I'm going to, although I don't know if we want to dig too much just yet, because we need to get the hoppers on the top layers. If you just dig out one more layer all the way around, Sen, I need to go and get a whole load of hoppers and start making some chests and stuff. So we're going to need loads of hoppers in here, and then we're going to need more hoppers outside. So I'm going to go and make a load while Sen starts digging out the top layer of these. We may get down 2 layers, I'm not sure, and she'll start putting some blocks around the walls as well, so smooth sandstone around the edges there. While she's doing that, we're going to go and just take a look at the iron farm, because we need to go and get a whole load of iron down here. And at the same time, we're going to pick us up, well, I say at the same time, we're going to have a look at it, we're going to get a whole load of iron, and then we're going to go back and we're going to start making a whole load of hoppers and a whole load of chests and trap chests, because we're going to need all of them. We're going to need stacks and stacks of both. So we're going to make, I'd say we make 3 stacks of each. If you have a look here, it's backed right up. It's all filled up all the way through. It's actually right inside there. I pulled all of these out as just temporary, but as you can see, it's all still full. Going to do something with some of this stuff, because I want to take the load of iron back. I should have emptied the chest before I came out. So I'll tell you what, let's we'll take a couple of these stacks here, just like this, and then we can leave a couple of these bits. Oh, I need a chest anyway, and I am using those. We'll just deposit this stuff here. I actually got enough there to make, I've done the sorter already, the item sorter, but I'm not actually going to need that many, so I can leave a load of those behind. The signs we can leave behind. We'll want sticks, probably want torches, we definitely want hoppers, and I can leave that smooth stone. I was filling in something. Ooh, I actually want to take these with me, don't I? Not leave them behind. So let's pick up as many as we can take, like that, and alright, we'll leave that one behind. We'll take another stack there. So now let's head back, and what we want to do is we're going to make a mountain of hoppers, and in order to make hoppers you need chests. We also need loads of chests anyway, and then finally we're going to need a load of trap chests, because we've got to use the 2 of them together so that we can sit them all side by side like we have with all the other storage rooms. So I'm going to make as many of those as we can carry. I think what we're actually going to have to do is, we did go and get a mountain of sandstone, and we've left that up here. So let's just go and have a look here and see if we've got any spares. Well, that one there, ooh, not that one. That chest is piled full of sandstone. We've got loads of it. We brought that back from, we've actually built a little quarry, and so let's just put that chest up here, and I'll put the minecart in here and that torch. Right, let's go and start making some chests. We need to make chests first, and then we can use those chests to make hoppers. So let's run back up. We're going to go up to our crafting room. Remember, we got the crafting tables in the floor up here. So we've also got a whole load of wood in here which we can use. So let's just take a stack of oak, and we'll take some birch wood because we've already got some for the birch wood. So put those up there and make as many as we can. We can't make any more than that. That's all of them. And now we've run out of room, which isn't very clever. So let's put a full stack up there like that. Then I can remove that one, put that one in there, and got to sort of balance it all out here like this. So fill the rest in there. We've got our 17 there. We can put those around there like that. So that makes 24 chests that we've done, and I can hear it started raining again. That's something unusual, isn't it? Yes. Very unusual to get rain around here. It never, ever seems... Why am I spreading those out like that? Never seems to stop. So let's have all oak, or even less here. Can you mix... Let's have a look a minute. Can you mix the two different sorts to make a chest? Yes, you can. That's quite handy, actually. You can spread them out a bit. So let's make those 15, and then we'll take those 4 back, and those can make more, and then we can spread those out. As it's 8 that we use, we're not actually going to use up that odd 4, so we'll probably get rid of those in a minute. So we've got 56 chests. Let's make another lot. I'll just get rid of this odd 4 that we got. They can go there. I've got a stack there of those. What else have we got? Oh, I don't want any more up there, so let's have a look in here. We'll use up some of the dark oak because that's the one that we don't tend to use very much of. So let's put these out first. There's another 8. That makes a full 64. So let's do a 64 stack first. And you do them like this. This is going to make us a stack of 64 hoppers, just like that. We've got one spare one there that was left over from some other tasks. So now we can spread these out again, and again, and again. I'm probably going to need a lot of stacks, and I might just disappear for a minute and make all of these all at once, and then come back to you. It'll be a bit quicker. This is going to get a bit dull pretty quickly. We just have to sit here watching me do this forever. So let's put those up in there, and yeah, we're just going to do it like this, I think. Spread those out there. That's too many. Like that. There. Oh, I didn't want to actually use those, did I? I want to put those in there like that. So let's keep spreading them out a little bit, and I'm not feeling very well with this. Seem to be... Alright, let's spread them between those two there. Well, that'll do for a minute, and then we can move those out. Yeah, I didn't spread these out very well. It's not evened out. Okay. Put those in there, and half of them in there, like that. Leaves 2, and another 2, and there we go. Right, that was a bit messily done. I could have done that a lot quicker than that, but never mind. It's done now. So we'll take another 8 of those, put those there. So we've got 64 chests there again. And we got 32 chests down there. So what I'll do, we know how to make chests. I'll just make a few trap chests. So we've got a few to start with, and then we'll go and we'll start building the stuff that we need to do. So we'll get, we'll get another couple of stacks of these. 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks of those because, yeah, we'll use all of those up. Right, there's 64 of those. So I'll make another stack of chests, a couple of stacks. Them, and there's the planks there, so we do those as well. That makes 32, so it's a full 64 there, and those and those. Right, that should then, if we put these up, there isn't a quicker way to drag these up. It's a shame really, you can't just sort of shift click and move the entire quantity up. So there's another stack of chests. We'll do as many as we can here. So there's 1, 2, 3 and 4. There's those. Right, so in order to make the tripwire, to make the trap chest, we run out of dark wood. Let's use up a bit of the spruce. We need wood and sticks. So if we get those, and we'll split and make a load of sticks. So we've got plenty of sticks now. You put a piece of iron. It might be the other way around actually. You put a piece of iron, you put a stick, so let's have a full stack of sticks, and then you put a piece of wood. And that gives you 2 tripwire hooks. So we've got 2 stacks of those now, and then you put the tripwire hook there, and you put a chest. That gives you a trap chest. So there's 64 trap chests and 64 normal chests. So let's just do half of those, so that we got even number of each. Actually, no, forget it. We'll just do like that and there, so that we've got another 32 trap chests, and then I can turn these into normal chests, just like that. There's another 16 of those. Right, that'll do for now. When I need to come and get some more, because we will soon, I will come back and get them. We'll sort of disappear for a little while and make it all, because we don't want to be just stood watching me manufacture chests. Ooh, bugging a bit there. Derping into the wall a little bit. So we come down here, we'll see how Sen's getting on, see how much he's dug out. And look here a minute, just I wanted to show you these cauldrons. That's working really well there. We got the open gap there, so we've got a supply of water down here, and you can have, I think it's 3 glass bottles full out of each cauldron. It might be a little more or less. I can't really remember now. So Sen's doing really well down here. She's dug out a little bit down here, and this means that it's high enough still for us to be able to do what we need to do. And then once we've gotten all the high level stuff done, we can drop down a bit. So let's have a potion. Now, we've got an item sorter here. I haven't actually loaded it yet. I'm just going to start playing around with the hoppers and everything that will run back from it. And the hoppers are all linked in here. This first bit here, this is where we're going to put the gold. That gold will run back here. Then down the rest of the side of the room, this side is where it's going to have all the rotten flesh. And then all down that side of the room is where the iron is going to go. So if I start here with the iron, what you do is you put, let's just get we've got the trap chests here, and we've got the ordinary chests here, and we've got some hoppers. So all you need to do is all the way down, you put in behind, this is where the hoppers are going to go on this line here, so we'll come in behind that, and that's the first line down through there. So we put a chest there, and then we put one beside it like that. And then we need to go up, and we'll go up to just one below that level, so we want to come up two higher than this. So we go one on here and one beside it. And if I got a waste block, let's just put that one down. Drop that one there so that we can climb up on top of it. So then you have another chest. Remember, you've got to shift click it so that you can put it into there. And then you come down to the side, and underneath that hopper, you put a hopper into there, one into there, and one into there like that. And now the next line, it'll carry all the way down here. So we'll start it from down this end, I think, and you basically start up there. Let's just make sure that we got that the right height. Yes, it's that height there. So we put the hopper, that can just go into the wall. It doesn't matter. We can break that one later on and change it. So we just put these into each other like this. I'm just going to slowly move backwards as I do it, like this. Oops, went a bit too far there. So long as they're going into each other, remember you've got to shift click them into the sides, and you do it like that. So then everything that is going through there, it gets pulled out that way. And whenever you're using hoppers, the rule for a hopper is that it will go down before it goes sideways. So when you get to it, this is the first chest that is going to be filled. It'll all get pulled down, and it'll get pushed into that chest, and then it will slowly work its way back. And what we'll do is, once we've dug it out a little bit deeper, we'll dig it down another couple of layers, and so we'll add another couple of chests, and we'll do the full layer all the way back through. But if I just come here, you'll see now, I'm going to try and put a chest down here. It's not letting me put it. I'm trying to put it there, it won't let me do it. You have to use a trapped chest right next to the ordinary chest. We put a trap chest in there, and I do the same here. I put another one up like that. So that's 3 deep there, and then I go back in behind here, and I put a hopper into the side of each one like that. And I'm just going to work my way back across the room, and I'll do that all the way down there, and I'll do much the same on this side, except I'll stop it here, and then there'll be a bit of a gap, and I'll have another line of hoppers running. If I just come over here, this line of hoppers will come out of the middle here, they'll come out here, so let's just join those in a minute. So we come back this way, and one into there. So they'll come down, and they'll just head straight out that way. That's going to be the gold. And then the rotten flesh is coming out this middle one, and that's just going to go across the roof here. We'll put it up here somewhere, I'm not quite sure where, and that will then go into the wall over here, and that's where we're going to have the next line of chests. So I'm going to fill all of these in now, and so you don't have to just stand around watching me. And I'm also going to have to break through these hoppers because they're right in the way now, or dig my way out. And then when we're ready for the next stage, I'll get back to you. Well, we've filled up the room here, and we've strung a load of hoppers out, and we've worked really hard. We've put sandstone all the way around. We're going to have iron all the way down this side. All of these chests here are going to be dedicated to iron, because we're going to get a lot more of that than we are the other, because the other one is pretty much mostly an AFK farm. You get a little bit trickle out of it when you're not AFK in it, but mostly you've got to be up against a farm for it to actually produce anything. But we will be getting rotten flesh down in this one, and this one over here will be giving us the iron. That will all come through the sorter, and then that one over there is where we start getting the gold dropping from. We're going to put a crafting table down here in the corner somewhere, because then when we start accumulating a whole load of stuff, we've just got to finish a little bit more around back here, so that will all be finished out, and we'll do that in the smooth, I think. Down here is the skeleton. Remember the little dungeon that we found down, the skeleton spawner? But yeah, we'll have a crafting table in here so that we can put the turn the iron and the gold into blocks. That's about it, really. I've started putting these back down this way, and that's going to be the next thing. We need to now join everything up. I've only got these hoppers left on me. I'm going to have to go and get a whole load more. And Sen's dog is out there, starting to sound very lonely, the poor thing. Sen may have forgotten all about her, but she'll pick her up in a minute, I've no doubt. So we come over here. This is where the hoppers are going to come out, back through this way. I've gotten this far, and all I've been doing is just stringing them together like this, and you basically, remember, you've got to shift click them in, otherwise they'll just stop. And you can do it if you do it slowly, you can just do it like this. It takes a little while to bring them back through. Let's just put that one, oops, there we go. And yeah, so we're going to run those all the way back down through to the iron farm. But then also we're going to dig another little bit of a passageway. We'll do this as an underground one. I'm not going to bore you just showing you all of this. I'll just quickly tell you what we're going to do, and then we'll go and do it and show you the finished results. We're going to dig a line from over there. It's got to go under the track, and the level of the hoppers will be just right to go underneath the track, and then we can finish over there. We'll join into the line of hoppers over here. So that the iron and the gold, everything is all picked up together, and we'll start heading down towards our sorting system. And when I'm ready to join all of this in, I'll get back to you and show you. Okay, I've gotten everything up to this point, and I've put a bit of an extra chest here and started moving some of this iron. The hoppers are over to here. I've got more hoppers coming from the gold farm all the way through, and you can hear a iron golem in there. He's cooking. And this is still full here. This is an issue. We need to move everything off of here. I want another hopper on there going into there, but I need to join these up and move this chest. And I'm thinking the best way to do it will be if I just drop another chest over here. I've got this many in here, okay? I've got lots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that side of it. Yes, there is a whole load of them there, but if I start dropping it all into this chest here like this, like that, then the hopper, that should be most of it. There we go. Right, that's all of that lot, and I got the chest. I've picked that up. So that's everything there. That's everything that we've picked up. So now, oh, there's another stack over here. Let's get rid of that one. Now that hopper is full, and this one is empty, and it should, if everything works correctly, if we put another hopper into here like this, it should start trickling through. Yeah, we can just see it starting to go there now. So all we've got to do now is run over to the gold farm over here and join in the hopper over there. There's a gate over here. I dug under last time. I tunneled through with my line of hoppers just here. I might have to dig a hole through Sen's fence here. I don't know if she's going to be very happy about that. So I put in a huge line of hoppers there, and I've used up a lot of wood and everything. Yeah, I'm going to have to dig through Sen's fence. So let's just dig through here. Then we can come over this side. And my night vision potion is just wearing off, so I got that one there. I just wanted to leave it. We do have an extra chest down there which will take up the emeralds and the blocks of gold, because we'll sort of use that up anyway. Let's just check on Hopper. Hopper is doing very well. He hasn't died or ducked into the wall or anything. The water is doing its job nicely there. So we want to put a hopper in there like that. That's going to start sucking down all of that, which will take it right the way over this way. And if I come back over here, I can put that fence back on my way through. So let's put that one there like that and put the fence down. Now we'd run back over, and I don't know if you'll actually see it coming through. Yes, there we go. That's starting to come through there, and it's just staying as one there, but it does actually or go through. It's a long dark tunnel up there. I didn't bother putting torches in there because I don't think anything spawns in just a 1x1. I think spiders need 2 wide and 1 high in order to spawn. Don't quote me on that because it might not be entirely accurate, but we should have down there. Let's just. Why am I doing it like that? Let's do it with a shovel, you know, in a respectful manner. And the thing is, if you chuck anything on top of these hoppers, there we go. So we're starting to accumulate all these here. We just need to. I'm not really sure what happened there. It kind of went a bit buggy again. We seem to be having some issues with that at the moment, so never mind. We'll carry right on. I was looking in here. I got a bit hungry. I dug that off and that sort of saved. I'm not sure how much is actually on the video, so we'll carry on. You look in here and everything seems to be sort of accumulating here because the iron is going through, and now we've got the rotten flesh and everything now sort of building up behind it, so that will start pulling those through that way. So that seems to be working quite nicely. We've got more golems here. They're busy frying themselves, and that's still trickling through. We got a whole load of them in chests, in the hoppers going back that way. What I'm going to do is, as I've got this chest so full of stuff, this one's got a load of it. I'll tell you what, let's move some of these down here like that, and then put them into this chest up here. There, nice and quick. And if I take out that one there and that one there, I can join in a hopper in the front of it. Well, I'm going to have to dig underneath there so that I can put them in that side. So let's put one in there like that. And is that going to reach round? Am I going to be able to do that way? Let me just dig this one out and there, and then I think if I can crouch down, I can just catch it in on the side there, like that. There we go. Right, that should now start pulling those. Yeah, that's pulling all those. That's all my stuff there. If I just gather that up a minute, because I don't actually want to keep hold of that. We've got a little bit more in here that I can take with me, or rather put up in here. So that's going to be a sort of a test to make sure everything's working okay. So now if we go really quickly, we are running out of time really rapidly now. We'll just go and double check that everything is working as it should be back in our house over here. And as long as we don't run into any creepers, the worst thing that could happen now is we run into a creeper and it blows up our chain of hoppers. That would be most unfortunate. And one of the reasons I don't like creepers, because that's the sort of thing that they like to do. Sen is planting flowers all over the place again. This is looking really nice, Sen. This is basically going to be a huge, big landscaped garden soon. I think it's actually going to look quite nice. But let's go down here. Right, so she's put a door on here now. So that's off to the... Wow. Okay, so we got flowers up through the middle here. It's dark up there, but I don't think anything can spawn on top of the chest. We might put some torches or something on the back wall or something like that. I'm not really sure yet. And so... I don't know if we got anything come through here. We've had a few items drop down through there when I was doing some digging. And we should be getting iron accumulating down here. Those shouldn't be there. I guess those fell down when we were digging up above those hoppers. And if we got anything back through here yet, or we just got those, and I don't imagine we've got anything. Oh no, just those at the moment. So it is working. We're getting all the iron is starting to fill up in this spot here. And eventually that should all fill up quite nicely. Let me just drink a night vision so that we can see it a bit better in here. It's a bit dark and dingy at the moment. We need to light it up. That's it, really. So we've worked really hard on this. We've got a fantastic storage room for the iron down here, the gold, and the rotten flesh up there. And we'll probably put a few extra chests in somewhere where we'll start stashing all the diamonds and stuff like that. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar and Senlayer. We'll see you next time. Goodbye and see you later.